Hi and welcome to the Malat Cookery channel. So today I'm going to be making an Italian inspired chicken dish, which is chicken in a creamy mushroom and garlic sauce. The spice blend that I'm going to be using from the Malat range today is Italian seasoning. And as usual, a full list of ingredients will be given at the end of the video. So let's start by having a look at those ingredients and any other equipment that we're going to need for today's recipe. So in order to make our chicken in a mushroom and garlic cream sauce, we're going to need, I've got 1 kilo of chicken pieces here on the bone. You can either use on the bone chicken or chicken breast cut into strips, doesn't really matter, doesn't affect the recipe, it's just whatever you prefer. I've got 300 grams of sliced mushroom. I've got 1 medium-sized white onion which has been diced. I've got 300 milliliters of single cream. 1 medium-sized glass of white wine, this is about 200 milliliters. I've got 1 tablespoon of plain flour or all-purpose flour. 10 grams of the Malat Italian seasoning. This is going to be used as a dusting for the chicken. And then another 10 grams of the Malat Italian seasoning, and that's going to be used for the sauce. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take our chicken and our 10 grams of the Malat Italian seasoning, and we're just going to dust the chicken on both sides with the seasoning. Cover it in cling film or food wrap and leave it in the fridge for about 2 hours prior to cooking. So the first thing we want to do is cook the chicken. So I've taken the chicken out of the fridge about 15 minutes ago so it can get up to room temperature. I've got about 4 or 5 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan, and we're going to be cooking the chicken slowly for about 35 to 40 minutes until it's cooked through. I'll be turning the chicken 2 or 3 times through the cooking process just to make sure it doesn't burn. And this, as I said, is on a low heat. So next thing we want to do is to just reserve the chicken and keep it warm while we make the sauce. So we've got all of these delicious flavours off the chicken in the pan. We don't need any more oil in there. The next thing we need to do is to sweat the onions off. So we just want to cook the onions for 2 to 3 minutes until they start to go translucent and soft. So once the onions have started to go soft and translucent, we then need to add the additional 10 grams of the Malat Italian seasoning and just cook that through for a couple of minutes. We now want to add in our tablespoon of plain or all-purpose flour. And again, just cook that through for a minute or so. We then add our glass of white wine. And we just want to simmer this through just to get rid of some of the alcohol. If we don't do this, the alcohol can taste slightly bitter. Now we've cooked out some of that alcohol, we now want to add the single cream. And just cook that through gently for a few minutes. Now I'm going to add the mushrooms, mix those in, and then leave this on a very, very low light for about 10 minutes, just barely simmering. So now the sauce has been cooking for about 10 minutes and the mushrooms have started to go soft. I want to return the chicken back to the pan, but also any juices that have come off the chicken as well, so don't waste those. I'm going to mix the chicken in and then leave this to cook again very gently for about 15 minutes, then it'll be ready to serve. And I'm going to be serving this dish with a simple plain long grain rice and a side salad of rocket, some lettuce and some baby plum tomatoes. So there you have it, an absolutely delicious chicken dish, very easy to make and doesn't take a long time at all. As usual, please subscribe to the channel, and if you've enjoyed this particular video, hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching.